What's up, guys? This is Susu from Sweetness of Health channel, and I'm coming to you live from upstate New York. Of course, in my apartment. I am going to show you what I've been doing with the little bit of free time that I have, which is really important to me. I am planting seeds for the summer and the fall. Not everything is for the fall, of course, but really for the summer. And I've been doing this with a friend of mine who has property, and she has her own little homestead farm, and I didn't have anywhere to do it. There's a garden here. I'm upstate in New Paltz, New York, and there is a garden, community garden. However, I didn't want to do that because at times the community garden has actually been flooded with the river, which, when we had those really heavy rains last year, and you don't know what's going into the soil when it's the river rising, and there could be toxins all over the place, and then it winds up going all over the community garden. And so I didn't feel safe with that, so I held out, and just so happened to bump into a mutual friend, and she has 6 acres of land, and so she has offered to have me plant whatever I want on her property, and whatever she plants, by the way, she said she's willing to share in that harvest. And I'm ecstatic about this. I'm so happy. And so I'm going to show you really quickly which ones that I have going on, and I'm also going to encourage you. You don't have to have property of your own. I was praying for this. You don't have to have your own property. All you have to do is either, if you want to go with a community garden, and partner up with some people so that it's not left to you to do alone, because when you're planting crops, it's work. It's hard work. And make no mistake about it, there's no shortcut. You will be putting in a hard day's work for working the land, all right, for your food. And rightly so. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people have body issues, and so I understand that. But if you could partner up with people who are younger than you, if you could partner up with family members who are really interested in doing this, I plan to get my nephew involved with this, my little nephew, and a couple of my other family members, if they're willing to do this and come with me to the farm, that's great. Now, the long-term goal is to have a harvest that you can, you can freeze, you can put away, and then have it for the winter months into next spring, right? That's the whole purpose of doing this. So for me, it was super important, because when you're having this lifestyle of wanting to be healthy and wanting to have organic food, I think at this point we need to purchase our own heirloom seeds and then just plant it ourselves. So again, you don't have to have your own property. You can partner up with someone who does have property and doesn't want to work the land, and that's what a lot of people are doing. You don't have to have a big piece of property. Anything 1/8 of an acre is enough to feed a family of 4. 1/8 of an acre. Okay, or you can start it out if you have a spare room, that you can actually plant a bunch of trays and then seed everything and then put it outside. That's another option for you. And by the way, I just wanted to actually tell you, think about how the so-called organic food is tasting now. It tastes like nothing. It tastes bland. There's no flavor to it. There's no richness to it. Taste the tomato and then taste some of the other vegetables. They don't taste as good. A lot of it is because most of them are being grown in these huge greenhouses that do the hydroponics, which is the vertical gardens. And so what they do is they put in the minerals, the necessary minerals, but because of the lack of soil, these vegetables and some of the fruits, they have no flavor. And to me, that's a big loss. That's not a win-win situation. So what I have here, I'll show you really fast, and I'm going to tell you about this, and I'm going to discuss stress. That'll be another video that I'm going to actually post. But I want you guys to think of right now planting whatever you can so that you can at least harvest this for the early summer, middle of summer, and then late summer into early fall, and then into fall. And that's what I have here, that I actually broke them up and how they're supposed to grow in the season. So I'm looking forward to any comments that you guys have about this. I am a newbie to this, so please, if you ask me questions, I'm actually going to go in reference to this woman that she is a homesteader herself and has a farm. I'm not an expert in this. I'm still learning. I'm a baby in this, but I love it. And this is part of having that wellness mentality and outlook and lifestyle. So let me turn this camera around and let me show you guys what we have, okay? So right here, we have quinoa and celery. They're not coming up. They're blooming late, which is fine. We have red cabbage, which is coming up. We have snowball cauliflower. That's coming up. That's seeded. Green broccoli. We also have Swiss chard kale. We have mustard greens here. This is the kale. This is the Swiss chard. I'm sorry, guys. I have to move the camera. Over here are beets, and you can see the beautiful, lovely red stems, right? And then these are onions and scallions. They are not seeding. That's fine. This is purple basil, and you can see the little purple color of the leaf seeding. Also purple basil. This is German chamomile, and it is seeding, which I'm very happy about, so that I could do my distillation for essential oils. Also German chamomile. This is parsley. I don't see any of that coming out, nor do I see any of the sage. And this is German thyme. So as you could see, I have a bit there. I have quite a few, and that's just the tip of the iceberg, because we're going to be planting lavender. Again, as I said before, I want to have, I'm just fixing this tripod. I want to have a variety of medicinal herbs and culinary herbs, more so that I could process them into aromatic waters as well as essential oils. And some of them I'm going to dry also the leaves so that I can make teas with them that will help with whatever ailment. So it's going to be medicinal and culinary herbs that can be used in the kitchen, and a holistic medicine cabinet, so to speak. All right, guys, so I hope that that helps you a little bit, and you can see what I'm doing in between the time that I am, working with family. And I will talk to you guys soon. The topic is going to be stress. All right, guys, remember, from the bitterness of disease, we learn the sweetness of health. Take care.